Konnichiwa, y'all. My name is Joseph Foreign, and you're watching the public speaking tip of the day. Today, I'm going to be telling you how you can make your speaking more influential, more persuasive, more life-changing, and more engaging than ever before. This is without a doubt the best way to do that. And it is this: vulnerable storytelling. Telling stories about your life that make you seem vulnerable, that share your more human side, maybe things you're not proud of or lessons that you've learned in your past. That is without a doubt the most influential way to do public speaking. And I'll tell you why. The reason why is because in the world we live in, there's no longer an information problem. We have all the information that we need at our fingertips. Everyone knows what to do. If you want to be healthy, eat right and exercise. If you want to be happy, maybe write what you're grateful for morning, noon, and night. That'll make you happy. If you want to be wealthier, you want to grow your wealth, you might spend less money than you make and put the extra money into long-term investments for your future. Everyone knows what to do. If I told that to anyone, rich or poor, they would be like, yeah, I agree, that's the right thing to do. But so few people do it. In fact, only 40% of Americans could cover a $1,000 expense without going into debt. 14% of Americans report being happy with their life. Only 14% of Americans, let me say that again, report actually being happy with where their life is. 71% of Americans are considered overweight or obese. So, why is that so? The reason why is because knowledge doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you know. What matters is what you believe on an emotional level. It's right there in the word, emotion, motion. Emotions create motion, they create motivation in your life, and they push you to do what you want to do. And if you really want to make a change in someone's life or your own life, you have to first have an emotional reason why you should do that thing and not stick with what you're already doing. And it's very comfortable to just stick with what you're already doing. That's called complacency. So, if you want to motivate others with your public speaking, if you want to inspire change with your public speaking, like many people have done in the past, I'm thinking Abraham Lincoln, Martin Luther King, you have to do something called vulnerable storytelling. You have to tell stories about your life, and I'm going to share with you an example just to prove it. Let's say I wanted to make a point of something that we all know. It's good to be humble. When you're humble, life is easier. When you have humility, it just makes things better for you. So let's say that's my point that I want to make. Be humble. I could do that in two ways. Number one, I could say, hey, listen here, audience. You should be humble. And the reason why is because when you're humble, life is just easier for you. People are more likely to want to help you. They like you more, so they want to see you succeed, and they'll do what they can to help you. But also, when you're not humble, when you're prideful, you're blind to your faults, and you're more likely to make mistakes. As the saying goes, pride goeth before the fall. So why don't you just go out there and be humble? Say someone said that to you. You'd be like, okay, yeah, I agree with you, that's good. But are you really going to change? Is that really going to change your life? No. Now, say someone came to you with a story. I'll tell you a real life story about being humble. And this story starts earlier this month. Earlier this month, I had been running and I reached a new milestone. I was able to run a 7-minute mile over a 5-mile period. So that was a new milestone for me. That's very fast. When I had started running, I was running maybe 10, 11-minute miles, and I got down to 7-minute miles over 5 miles. So I was very proud of myself, very happy. And it's been a long journey, a long running journey to get there. So I was feeling a little bit prideful. And one day I was running with a friend and I was showing off how fast I could run and how easy it was for me because I'm such a fast runner. I'm so great at running, or at least I was. And while I was being prideful and while I was running and showing how fast I was, I hit an incline, wasn't paying attention, sprained my ankle, and now I literally cannot run. Temporarily, it's impossible for me to run without causing major pain to my ankle. No longer can I run 7-minute miles. Because of that 5 seconds of showing off, 10 seconds of showing off, I'm out of the running game, at least temporarily, probably for a month or so. And that was a very humbling lesson for me. It showed me that just doing something like showing off for 5 seconds can lead to basically long-term consequences to my ankle. And even when my ankle does heal, it's probably going to take a while for me to work back up to 7-minute miles and that level of an intense workout. I lost all that for 5 seconds of showing off. That is why you should be humble. Because when you're humble, life is a lot easier. You're less likely to make a big mistake that could have consequences down the road. As they say, pride goeth before the fall. Now, which is more compelling? Which tells the story of why you should be humble better? Just saying the facts that maybe being humble is a good thing, or actually giving a story that illustrates that? I'll let you decide. You can tell us about a time when you told a vulnerable story in your public speaking or in speaking in general and how that went in the comments below. And the point I want to make is that if you want to be influential in your speaking, you want to be more persuasive, more engaging, be sure to come up with stories from your life. And really, no one can outcompete you when it comes to that because it's your life. Everyone is the expert in their own story, in their own life. So if you want to make a point, if you really want to have lasting change with anyone that you're talking to, do so using stories, especially stories that are vulnerable. That's real human-to-human connections happen when you're speaking in that way, and you can really change people's minds, hopefully for the better. Thank you for watching. My name is Joseph Warren. I make daily videos about personal development, public speaking, and personal finance. And sayonara. Bye-bye.